Good morning, and welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. This week, we've been talking about what it means to love where you are. Monday was about seeing the person in front of you. Tuesday was about not letting someone carry it alone. Wednesday was about using your words to build. Thursday was about forgiving like you've been forgiven. And today we're talking about something every family, every workplace, every church family, every friendship, and every relationship needs. Building peace on purpose. Because peace usually doesn't happen accidentally. Somebody has to choose it. Somebody has to decide, I'm not going to feed this tension. Somebody has to decide, I'm not going to sharpen the comeback just because I have one. And somebody has to decide, I may have a point, but I still want to build up more than I want to win. Romans 14:19, today's word of life. It says this, so then let us aim for harmony in the church and try to build each other up. The context matters. Paul was talking about what was going on with believers at the time. They were disagreeing over matters of conscience. They had different convictions about food, certain days, what they believed was right or wrong before the Lord. And Paul's instruction was not win the argument. It was not look down on each other. It was not tear each other apart until everyone knows that you're right. He said aim for harmony. Build each other up. Now that doesn't mean the truth stops mattering. It means love shapes the way that we handle disagreement. So today, before we feed the tension, prove the point, or sharpen the comeback, maybe we ask a better question. Is this building up others and encouraging their faith? Because you can be right and still not be building peace. So today, let's build peace on purpose. That's where we're going this morning on the Lifeline Morning Show. And I'm so glad you're along for the ride. And hey, you know I love hearing from you. So, got some insight on this topic? Or a song that you really want to hear? Or maybe you're dealing with something right now. Could use some prayer. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out. You can text me, 256-967-0885. Call me here at the studio, 256-505-0885. Or email me, Stephen with a V, at 885jfm.com. Hey, we are in this thing together. I'm so glad that we are. Because we can learn from each other. Maybe you found yourself in a situation like this where you knew you were right. But you knew if you stood and you defended that hill, it was going to cause some problems. Tell me your story. I'd love to hear how you resolved it, how you followed God's leading through that and the result. We all have a story to share, so please let me know, okay? All right, I've got some music lined up for you. Andrew Ripp, I'd Do It Again.
You have to begin. Go do it badly at first with sweaty palms and shaking limbs and gaps in what you know. You have to start. Perhaps you won't feel ready or like you fully prepared. Perhaps you'll feel too late, too small, too scared, but it's okay that you did not appear on earth with all the skills and information. It's okay that there are things you'll have to learn. It's fine, you won't be perfect overnight, and people might see you try, and that getting where you want will take some time. Please begin, because you could enjoy it, because things just might go right, because the world craves your light, because you want to. Everyone starts somewhere. You'll be in excellent company. You'll be so proud looking back, recalling your first step. Please begin.
I want to give a big shout out to the one and only Mr. Joel Modest down in the Dominican Republic this week. He's been snorkeling, he's been having fun, and Joel, I hope that you are having an amazing morning so far, sir. Thank you for making us a part of your day. I love that you take us on vacation with you. All right. Now, Gunnersville, I see you're hanging out with us as well. Thanks for being here. And our friends across the pond in Fuchenstein, Germany, Guten Tag to you. It's already the afternoon where you are. Thank you for making us a part of your day. All right. So we got some music coming up, but I do want to give you a programming note because later today, you're going to be able to hear my interview with M.K. Green. Oh, it was so much fun. This girl, she is a younger Christian artist, and we talk about what it's like having a management team at 16. It's pretty cool. I think you're really going to enjoy this interview. I will be sharing it with you in the 8 o'clock hour, so make sure that you are here. Oh, and by the way, I think you need to know at 8:30, we'll be giving away a family 4-pack to a water park, trying to help you make some family memories this summer. So be listening then as well. So, wow, we've got a packed show. I'm so glad that you are along for the ride. Now, maybe we need to hear a song from M.K. Green. Maybe, I think This Little Light would work. I think you'll enjoy this one. So, hey, give it a listen. And be here at 8 to hear my interview with M.K. Green. Hey, thanks so much for being here. I thought I would leave that little segment in today's focused podcast edition because I wanted you to hear the kind of things you'll hear on the family edition, the expanded version. Hey, it's always available for you in the description. Just go look for Family Edition. You'll see an episode link underneath there. And underneath that, you'll see a playlist link so you can find all of the family editions. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that was there. It includes things like that, shout outs, music talk, a little more behind the scenes, the family stuff. So make sure you're checking that out. Also, I wanted to let you know, in case you're new here, that today's show is brought to you from a live radio show. So you're going to hear me pitch to music. And don't worry, I still have devised a way for you to enjoy that music, though I can't play it for you here on the podcast. Go to the description and you'll find a Spotify music playlist and then a separate song list so you can still enjoy that music. And that being said, since we are live, hey, you could come join me sometime. And here's how to do it. Go to 885jfm.com, click that On Now button, and press play. I'm on from 6 to 10, Monday through Friday, Central Time. Now, one exception. Next week, which is the week of July the 12th. I'm checking my calendar. No, July 13th through the 17th. I won't be here. So we won't have any fresh episodes for that week. We'll be on vacation, going to Gulf Shores, soaking in the sun, spending time on the beach, having some good family time. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. All right. I think that covers it. If you enjoy what you hear today, please subscribe and share it with a friend. Oh, and by the way, the MK Green interview that you're going to hear a little later is also in video form, and it will publish to our Facebook and YouTube channels at 10 a.m. this morning. So by the time you're hearing this, it's already available and ready for you to go and watch it and share it with somebody. Okay? I would greatly appreciate if you could do that. All right. Hey, thanks for being here. Let's get back to the show. Good morning to our listeners in Resaca, Georgia. I see you hanging out with us on the stream right now. Thank you so much for being here. And hey, if you're just joining us, then you need to know what we're talking about this morning because we're about to get some advice from Miss Mary Ellis. She's been a long time JFM family member. We're working on this scripture, Romans 14, verse 19, today's word of life. So then let us aim for harmony in the church and try to build each other up. And I was talking to Miss Mary Ellis, and I just decided to ask her the question. So here it is. How do you do that, Miss Mary? How do you build other people up and aim for harmony?
Well, I always try to see good in people, no matter who they are. And if they're hurting, I let them know that I care for them, God loves them, and I do too. And if it's anything I can do for them, I let them know that I'm willing. That's how I do. And then if somebody, even if they sing at churches, I'll go and let them know, I appreciate it and enjoy it. Like our assistant pastor, Sunday, Pastor Sword is on vacation.
Yeah.
And I let him know that the word is the word, God's word, and it's good no matter who's preaching it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had talked to Pastor Sword. I've been in the church 68 years.
Wow.
And it used to be that if some of the congregation, not all of them, if they knew that our preacher were going to be out of town, and the assistant minister or whoever they wouldn't come
Yeah.
to church. And it's never made any difference with me.
Mm-hmm.
The word is the word. And I'm just always thankful that I made it another Sunday.
Miss Mary Ellis with some words of wisdom for all of us this morning. You have to choose to build people up. It takes some effort. It takes you moving and being proactive about it, going and talking to people who you see are hurting. I love that advice. It's not that we're just supposed to sit back and be passive and just watch all this stuff happen around us. No, we're supposed to be active participants in the body of Christ, in the church. So I love that, Miss Mary. Thank you so much for all your advice. I love talking with you. So glad that we get to catch up from time to time. So I wonder, do you have some advice as well? Because I'd love to hear from you. How do you do this? How do you follow this instruction? So then let us aim for harmony in the church and try to build each other up. I'd love to hear from you. So why don't you call me? Just like I heard from Miss Mary Ellis. It's 256-505 0885. That's a studio number, 256-505-0885. If you'd rather not talk to me, I get it. Being on the radio can be kind of nervous, so you can text me, 256-967-0885. Sound good? All right. Thank you so much. Oh, let me give you that number one more time. I forget. Sometimes I go too fast. 256-967-0885 to text. Now, Colton Dixon and Miracles right here on the Lifeline Morning Show.
You know, today you should go outside and stand in the sun. Do something amazing. Try. Because you really can. I believe in you, friend. Love.
You ever look at something or the way that something kind of unfolds and you're like, there's no way that happened by accident. There was a plan there. Yeah, that happens to me quite often. And you know what? It's been happening this week. Because when me and the Right Reverend Larry Walls come here to the studio to sit down and he records his drive time devotions, well, he doesn't know, what day they're going to play. And hey, I get here and I'm like, okay, which one's next? And sure enough, today we're talking about building each other up. We're talking about harmony in the church. And today's drive time devotion, it lines right up with what we're talking about. Here, take a listen. You'll see what I'm talking about.
This is Pastor Larry Walls with your Drive Time Devotion. During her senior year of high school, Lynn became ill with bronchitis and she missed 2 weeks of school. She returned to school to discover that she had 9 tests to make up in one single week. When she got to the last test, she drew a total blank. She admitted to her teacher, "I just can't do this. I don't know any of the answers." The teacher went over to her. Looking at her paper, he said, "Now you know the answer to this, Lynn. We just talked about it in class yesterday. You answered a question that I asked about that." But in spite of several hints, she just could not remember the answer. She said, "You're just going to have to give me an F. I can't do it. I feel way too bad." Well, the teacher reached down with his red pencil, and as she watched, certain he was going to put an F on the paper, he wrote a great big bold A at the top of the page. "What are you doing?" she asked. He said, "If you had been here and you had felt good, you had time to study. So that's what you would have earned, and that's what you're going to get." So later on, Lynn reflected on this and said, "I realize there are people who will give you a break once in a while." It was empowering. It was like he was saying, "I know who you are, not just what you do." That's an amazing gift to give somebody, and that's the kind of teacher that I want to be, she said. We should always try and take into consideration the whole of who a person is, not just the mistake or the blunder that he or she may have made most recently. Philippians 4:9 says, "The things you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace shall be with you." You know, we learn from experience. A man never wakes up his second baby just to watch it smile. Pray with me. Lord, help us to always be considerate of others as you are of me. For it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
One really fun thing about being a parent is getting to learn your kid and their sense of humor. And it's funny because as they grow up, you get to learn a few things about what really makes them laugh. And sometimes it's those tickle spots. They got those certain ones. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, maybe it's the armpit, maybe the back of the neck. Yeah, maybe it's just on top of the knee, a little squeeze right there just makes them just go nuts. Maybe it's the bottom of the foot. But then you get to learn what kind of humor they have. What kind of jokes makes them laugh? What are they really drawn to? And so it's a little something I call the giggle button. You figure out where the giggle button is and you can press it anytime you want to. And you do it because there's something about their laugh that is just so infectious and it makes your heart so happy. And I hope that you've had a chance to hit that giggle button a few times this summer with your kids at home. Now, Erica, it's so funny. She posted this and a little caption on the video says, "I'm too immature to be a mom." You'll see why she said that. Now, I want to paint the scene for you, okay? So she's sitting down. It's this play place, right? So you can tell it's like a playground deal. And she's sitting in front of her little girl. Her little girl's right behind her. And they're just hanging out, right? And Erica, well, she's acting like she's on the phone. She's got her hand up to her ear. And she is ringing somebody. She's calling somebody. And you're going to find out what that giggle button is for her little one. Take a listen to this.
Hi, Daddy. It's Mommy. Yeah, Olivia and I just picked her up from school. We're going to go to the store. Do you need anything? You need some diapers because you pooped your pants?
That's the giggle button. Good morning. Welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Every now and then I get the opportunity to bring some pretty amazing people into the studio. Sometimes they're here with me. Sometimes it's virtually. And this morning I have the plum-pleasing pleasure to welcome in MK Green. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing all right. Hey, I have really been loving your music. Been playing a lot of This Little Light and Mirror Like the Moon. I'm loving that track.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm so glad to have you here. So let's jump into this. I want to know everything there is to know about MK Green. First, we can't go any farther than this. What does the M and the K stand for? I've been trying to come up with what it could be. So,
well, would you have like a best guess? What's your best guess?
Meredith Karina Green. How about that?
Well, that is a very lovely name. That is not mine. The M and the K stands for Mary Kate.
Okay. I got
so lot more simple.
Yeah. I think I can kind of remember back. There was another Mary Kate. Back when I was a kid. Was it Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen?
Ashley, yes.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yes, I've watched all their movies.
Good. All right, so MK Green. Now, a lot of people might not know just how young you are. So how old are you?
I am 16.
16 years old. In the Christian music scene. So tell me a little bit about this journey, where you are. You've got a management team. I mean, I don't know many 16-year-olds who have that. So come on.
Honestly, every day I wake up and it blows my mind how the Lord has gone before me and provided every door that I've needed to walk through. I started when I was 9 years old. I fell in love with worship first. That was my first introduction to music. And it blew my mind. I was like, this is amazing. This is what I want to do. And then a year later, when I was 10, I wrote my first song after my mom kept prompting me. So like, hey, there's a song in you and you need to write. And I was 10. I was like, what are you talking about? Write a song? How do you do that? And then one day I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I went up to my room and I started writing. Barely knew how to play the piano. My spelling was awful. You could not even understand my lyrics, but I tried it and then I fell in love again. And my music isn't worship music, but it is my worship. And this is my way of praising God. And then after I just kept writing and kept writing and kept writing. And then my little songs just kept making it into the hands of the right people. Like, Lord willing, he just paved that path for me. Yeah. And I got signed to a label last year. I have a management team. I have a booking agent. I'm about to go play at a big Christian festival. And every day I'm still like, what in the world, God? Yesterday, I think it was a couple days ago, I got some news that I was going to play at another festival. I was like, Lord, you are cooking something up and I'm not privy to the ingredients. I do not know what is happening right now, but I know you are making something wonderful. Yeah. And I'm just happy to be a part.
Here I am, Lord, send me, right? That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Love this, getting to talk with her and one of those festivals that she is going to be performing at. Actually, she'll be there today at 12 o'clock. It's called Life Fest. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it's up in Wisconsin. So she's getting ready for that today, and she'll be again tomorrow, and then later this month at another festival she was just talking about. More about that when you can check out the video version of today's interview. That's releasing at 10 o'clock across our socials, well, on Facebook and YouTube. But I think since we're talking to her, we need to hear a song of hers. So here's MK Green with Mirror Like the Moon. So you were talking about your songs getting into the right hands. I think I heard a name, Ed Cash. Has he had a little something to do with your music?
Yes. So our families got introduced to each other about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And we just started going to their shows because that's what they were doing. And like, this is fun. This cool concert. And when I first met him, there was just something in him that drew me towards him. Like, he loved Jesus. He loved music. I didn't know anything about his name. I just knew he loved Jesus, loved music. Hey, I love Jesus. I love music. And so the best way to describe it, I would just follow him around like a little puppy, ask him all the questions in the world, probably some of the dumbest questions you would ever hear about music. Cause I was just so curious. I was like, there's something in you that I see and that I know that's in myself. But I didn't know what that was. And so that relationship started to grow. And eventually I made a video of the second song I ever wrote. And I sent it to Ed. I was like, I want to know what you think. I was 11 years old and he loved it. That song actually ended up being the first song I ever released. That song, Mirror Like the Moon, I wrote when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
That was the first song Ed Cash ever heard. And when I came to him years later, like I want to try to record something. And he said, come out to my studio. I'll produce it all for you. I asked, which songs do you think I should do? I sent him a list. And he said, I want you to do Mirror Like the Moon, because that song has been stuck in my head since the first time that I ever heard it.
That's amazing. And for people who don't know what kind of concerts you're going to, he is with We the Kingdom. So, I mean, they're tearing it up right now in the Christian music scene. It's really nice to have a friend like that, MK.
Yes. I mean, every time I go to Nashville, I try to get dinner with him. He is just such a bright light, and he is so protective of my spirit and my heart. He's always like, I want to put you and your heart and your relationship with God first. I do not want you to chase anything that you're not ready for. And that's always been such a beautiful part of the relationship for us, because he cares so deeply about me and my music, and he wants the best for me. And it's such a blessing that I get to have somebody like him in my life to guide me and teach me.
Yeah, I got you. So since we're talking about Ed Cash, I think we need to hear a We the Kingdom song. It's their newest one. It's called Rescue Me. But Ed Cash, his work can be heard across the Christian music globe. I mean, we're talking about all kinds of artists. Chris Tomlin's How Great Is Our God? Amazing Grace, My Chains Are Gone. Bethel Music's Goodness of God are some that are listed as some of his work. How cool is that? Producing and co-writing global worship anthems. And this one right here is one that is, it's hitting just right these days. I hope you enjoy it. More with MK Green coming up after this song. Let's talk a little bit about you heading to Nashville, because you're 16. I'm not sure if mom and dad let you drive a whole lot by yourself yet, especially long road trips. So
yes.
What is that kind of trip like? Is it the whole family going to Nashville, or what's up?
So it depends. So if I go for a whole week, normally we have a 12-passenger van, me and my 4 brothers, and we'll all load up. It's about a 9.5-hour drive from Oklahoma to Nashville.
Wow.
And so we'll just make it in one day. We're a road tripping family. I mean, it's 13 hours to where we're headed right now in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We have like 8 hours left, and we're like, we can do this. So it's the road tripping part is always been a fun part. And if they're only going for like 3 days, me and my mom will just fly out. And then when I'm there, I just get as much done as possible. Every day I'm in a studio writing. Sometimes I'm doing 7 writes in 5 days.
Wow.
Which is, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't complain when you're doing something you love.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go into a new room, every time I meet new people, yes, there's a hard aspect to it, but there's also the joy that comes from doing something you love and something you're passionate about and something you're called to, that even if you're tired at the end of the day, it's the good kind of tired. You're like, I was doing something for the Lord, and I really can't complain about that.
That's great. That is awesome. So when you're on those road trips, I imagine when the whole family's with you, you are riding in style, these fit checks. I mean, come on. This is so cool over on the socials.
Yes. Yes. Well, I mean, we always just grew up. My mom was like, dress presentable. And so that's how we all grew up. We've always loved picking out our outfits. And between us, my mom is such a fashionista. She is so good at putting together outfits. So she taught us everything we know. And nowadays, when we get up on Sunday mornings and we put on our clothes, we'll look at each other like, wait, we match. Like, how did we do this? We didn't talk about this beforehand.
That's great.
So we all just like, it comes natural to us at this point. And it's just a fun little extra thing that I get to share with the people who are along this journey with me with my music. Because my family is such a big part of my life right now. Like I said, like I'm 16. I live at home. I have 4 little brothers and they're always with me. And so it's just fun to get to share that part of my life.
Now, that little detail you just mentioned, 4 little brothers. I imagine life is a little interesting with 4 little brothers. Tell me a little bit about that.
You bet. I mean, I love them so dearly. I'm so blessed to have each and every one of them in my life. But I mean, I have developed very good reflexes because balls, basketballs, baseballs, tennis balls, they are flying in the house at all hours of the day. Yeah. And I'm just trying to not get a giant bruise on my face from a basketball half the time. I'm like, just trying to block it.
Gotcha.
And they're all so different. So I get to have like different relationships with like each of them. I get to do different things with each of them. And yeah, I love them so dearly. They're honestly, I couldn't ask for any better brothers.
Aw, you're being so sweet. Now, let them annoy you a little bit. You might change your tune a little.
They will. By the end of this car ride today, you might want to check back in. I might have my AirPods in it by the end of it. Like, boys, please stop.
Yeah.
I want to try to sleep.
Wow. So keeping it interesting. Okay, so I've got to mention this too because of the socials. You got this thing you do in a staircase. It's like every week you do this thing. Where did the inspiration for that come from? And what kind of response have you gotten from it?
Well, the inspiration just first came from, I loved playing cover songs. If there was a song that I loved playing, I mean, I would video it and I would play it for people. And then I discovered this staircase. I'm not going to reveal the location. It's a little bit of a secret.
Right.
But I discovered this staircase at a place that we go to regularly. And I loved the acoustics. I was like, this staircase is incredible. There's like nobody ever there. And so one day I just kind of brought my guitar and I think I just started playing it. I didn't have an intro at all. I was just like, here's a song that I learned and you get to hear it in these really cool acoustics. And then that just kept developing more and more to where I started doing it more consistently. And then actually we came up with the idea of like staircase Saturdays, like, ooh, that has the ring to it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so I started going into this place every week. The people know now when I come in, they're like, oh, we know you. We know what you're here to do. And so it just kept growing. And you're right, I've gotten some really amazing feedback from the artists that I'm covering, from people just listening to it. And it's been a great way to kind of get my name out in a way, because sometimes people aren't always going to know my music. But when I can introduce them to my voice, to my style, to my way of singing in a song that they're already familiar with, that might give them a little more curiosity. Like, oh, who is this girl? Let me go check out some of her stuff. And so I do think, and I have a lot of fun in there. Sometimes I have to stop myself, like, MK, don't go off the rails. Don't do too much. You do have to sing the actual melody for some pieces of the song.
Yeah.
Because it's just so fun.
Right. And I think that comes across because when you're having fun, it becomes contagious. And that really gets a lot of people inspired. And so keep doing it, girl. It's amazing. I love this interview. I'm getting to sit down and talk with MK Green. And I wanted to tell you how you can find some of these things we're talking about. So she was talking about Staircase Saturdays. Well, that, of course, is on her socials. You can find her on TikTok and on Instagram. Just type in MK Green Music and her website, mkgreenmusic.com, if you want to check that out as well. So, yeah, between the fit checks and the Staircase Saturdays, it's really a lot of fun just kind of watching her journey on the socials. And hey, we're talking with MK Green, new Christian artist, 16 years old. She's got some advice for all of our young ones. She's 16, so she's got some advice for her peers and those younger than her. So stick around around and hear that for yourself. But for now, another MK Green song. It's called All I Can Say. I've never played it here on the station before, so here we go. First time ever. It's debut. All I Can Say by MK Green. A little something that happens behind the scenes you don't get to see every day. For those of you who have been hanging out with me for a long time, you remember back when I wasn't solo here in the studio. Nope, wasn't alone. No, April. April was here with me. That's how I got my start here at JFM. April Williams, and let me tell you, it was so much fun working with her. We had really good chemistry together, and hey, I think we did a good job. And she called me up yesterday just to check in, see how things are going, and she's doing well. I'm so glad we got to catch up. So she is getting ready to welcome a new grandbaby into the world. So yeah, looking forward to that. So excited for her, and a lot of great things happening in her life. And she's been listening to the station. She's been asking me how things are going. So you know what? I love that we stay in touch. And so, hey, you know what? Maybe that is a way that you can fulfill this word of life today, because we're looking for ways to build each other up and to aim for harmony in the church. And one really cool way is by being, well, vocal, by reaching out, checking in on each other. That really helps. Yeah. So maybe it's a friend you haven't heard from for a while. Well, why not reach out, check in on them, see how things are going? Yeah, it might just be the highlight of your whole week. And you could have that kind of power on somebody else. You could reach out, touch base with them. It's so cool, isn't it? It's just the little things, lots of times, that make a really big difference. So find a way today to live this one out. Aim for harmony and build each other up. That's good. Congratulations again to Jimmy Lee Udi winning that family 4-pack to Alabama Adventure Splash Adventure. And wow, he changed his request. Wants to hear some MK Green. Oh, that's great. I'm going to play this song, This Little Light, and then we're going to hear from MK Green with segment number 4 of 6. I got to sit down with her on Wednesday and talk with her a little bit about her journey, and we really had some fun. So I hope you've heard that. It's been really a blast, and there's more to come. So here it is, This Little Light, and then we'll get into number 4 of the 6 that we've got ready for you. It's all about new music, and it's one of my favorite parts of the interview. She has a message for her peers that is just so good. So let me just tell you right now, if you have kids who are up right now and you want them to be inspired, you want them to be encouraged by somebody really close to their age, because MK is 16 years old. You need to get them near the radio, or go ahead and get them around your computer. However you're listening to the station this morning, to the show, make sure you got them around so that they can be inspired and encouraged by MK Green. It's really good, so you don't want to miss it. Now, I'll stop talking, start playing this music.
I'm sharing lots of new music at this festival.
Really?
New music coming out maybe in the next couple months.
Maybe in the next little hint. You heard it here first. Awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
And so lots of new music, which will be so much fun. I'm so pumped. Like I said, I'm just waking up every morning like, this is seriously what I get to do. This is insane.
Yeah, that's amazing. Such a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you, I'm loving this interview, loving to learn a little bit about your family. And tell me about the music side of this, because I imagine when you're putting together an album, there's a lot of work that goes into that. I know you've been spending some time in the studio. So are you playing any instruments on this as well as singing, or just mainly vocals? And then tell me about the players who are coming in to kind of do the session work and how it's all coming together right now.
Yes. So I was in the studio finalizing all the vocals a couple weeks ago, and I am playing instruments on every single one of the songs.
Nice.
So like I got to be a part of the instrumentation, a part of developing the harmonies. Obviously, I got to sing the whole song.
Yeah.
I got to have so much fun. My producer is incredible. We work so well together. I'm so thankful for all the hard work that he's been putting into these songs. We had a violinist come in and play on all of them. Her name is Jade. She's from the band Jaren.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, no way. My producer sent me a picture. I was like, who do you have in the studio playing strings for my songs? That's wild.
Yeah.
So there's been so many moving pieces and like little bitty rewrites, maybe here and there. Like, oh wait, I think I could get a better line there. And so go back and like, okay, how about this? Does this sound good? Going back and forth with my team, like, hey, actually, we like what you did before. And I was like, oh wait, you're right. I think I overthought that too much. I think I did like the original better. So there is lots of moving pieces and oh wait, this person has an opinion, this person has an opinion. Well, I'm going to be open about everybody's opinion, listen to them, and always pick what feels right for the song. Because again, these songs aren't for my glory or my honor. They're always for the Lord and the Lord's worship. And so I don't want these songs to only be about me or my opinions or what I think best. I'm always going to try to follow the Spirit in these songs and the creation of them and the production of them. And so I think I'm going to let him lead these songs forward.
That's amazing. Kind of keeping it open-ended there, keeping everybody's opinions coming in, and you're kind of filtering through all that, and it becomes what it becomes. So how many songs are we looking at for this album?
About 5.
Okay.
So it's not an album yet. It'll be a bunch of singles.
Okay.
Because that's not really the market for music right now. Not a whole lot of people, especially for newer artists, are going to release an album and everybody's going to listen through the whole 8 to 12 songs.
Right.
That's not really how the market's working right now. But they will take time to go listen to your single. And then they're like, oh, I like this single. The next one's coming out in a month. Let me like pre-save this so I don't forget about it. And then they listen to the next one and they listen to the next one. And then once kind of a song pops off or gets some more attention, that's when you center an album around that song so that it incentivizes people to go listen to it. To just get as many people I can to listen to it because there is that fine balance of, no, this isn't for me. This is for the Lord. But at the same time, if nobody listens to it, then how is that serving the Lord?
I got you. So you're being very strategic in how you're releasing these tracks. And then we may have a full album after a while, but for now, it's going to be singles. Just keep everybody kind of wanting more. I got you.
Yes.
It's like when you go to Disney World. You can't do Disney World in one day. You know, when you leave, you want more. It's like, hey, I didn't get to do this. So the next time you go, then a little bit more. So that's great.
And these songs tell a wider story. All 5 of these songs I wrote when I was 15. So these songs basically really talk about different experiences and things that I felt or did or experienced in that year of me being 15. And so I've always had this vision for my music. In 20, 30 years, when you look back at all my music, you'll get to see the story of my life and different parts of my life. Oh, what was I going through then? What did I experience then? What was something joyful in that moment? What was something I was feeling in that moment? And the first 3 songs were just the heart posture of this little girl who just wanted to serve the Lord. And these next 5 are going into my teenage years of like what I was feeling and going through then. And then the next project that I do after this next one will be probably even better because I'm growing and I'm learning. And yes, I am young and I have so much to learn, but I still have a voice into my world and especially my peers. It's always been something I've always been very passionate about, is giving a voice to the younger generation of you have a voice, you have a purpose. You don't have to wait until you're an adult to follow the call that the Lord has given you. You just need the right opportunity and the right time, and you just need to say yes. And so that's always been something I want to example to my friends, to my peers, to the younger generation, just like my brothers, of why are you waiting? You have so much talent. You have so many gifts. If you just take the first step and say yes, the Lord will take care of the rest.
Wow, that's good. Great advice. M.K. Green, a breath of fresh air, 16 years old. She is hitting the Christian music scene. Actually, she's playing a festival today and tomorrow. Now, it's up in Wisconsin, so unless you're headed up that way, I know it might be kind of hard to catch that one. She will be at another one coming up a little later this month. I'll give you more details about that one coming up as well. But since she did mention Jade from the band Jaren, I thought maybe we could hear Jade doing her thing with her electric violin, her and Jaren, with the band Jaren, as MK Green just alluded to. So here, take a listen to this one. It's called Stand Strong. We have been actually talking with MK Green. I've been sharing my interview with her with you. We've got 2 more pieces left to go. So, tell you what, let me hit a song and then we'll come back and we'll hear installment number 5, where we're having a little bit of fun. Yeah, it really was a blast. So some rapid fire questions for MK Green I think you're really going to enjoy. So I've got to know the setting right now. For those of you listening just on the radio, you've got to check this out on the socials because it's in video form. So she's kind of hanging out with me at a coffee shop. Now, I've seen multiple people kind of pass in your background, but I'm wondering, MK Green, what is your go-to at the coffee shop?
So I don't like coffee is the weird thing. My parents are like coffee connoisseurs. They have a whole espresso machine in the house. They make it like 3 times a day.
Wow.
I've never been a fan of coffee. So I always get a chai and I always get it iced. And I always get it with oat milk. It's so complicated at this point because your girl here is lactose intolerant, sadly.
Okay.
I know. Sad. So sad. I love ice cream, but it doesn't really feel good. So, but this is my go-to drink right here.
Yeah, I got you. How do they milk an oat? I don't know how they, same with almonds.
Honestly,
it's like, really?
I think they just like get it wet.
Yeah.
And then they like
puree it. Yeah,
and
all
they
that
like
stuff.
blend it up and strain it, and then you get milk.
Gotcha.
I think we've tried to make it before and it did not turn out very well. More complicated than it seems.
Yeah. So MK Green, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is pad thai.
Ooh.
It's kind of out there.
No, not at all.
I love Thai food so much. Pad Thai, tom kha soup, mango sticky rice. We went to Thailand one year for a mission trip, and all the street food, it was so amazing. And I fell in love. I was like, this is my food.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite food, and it's been my favorite food for years at this point. I don't think I'll ever change it, honestly.
Okay. Well, since we're getting to know you, just the nitty gritty parts of MK Green, I wonder. Since we talked about food, what's your favorite dessert? Are you a chocolate kind of person? Or are you something like
I am
fruity
very much a chocolate.
Really?
I go to the sweet side of things, honestly.
Okay.
I like my stuff a little extra sweet. I honestly, you cannot go wrong with a chocolate chip cookie. I know it sounds so generic, but I love chocolate chip cookies. If they're made right and if they're kind of gooey in the middle, but kind of crispy on the edges, and you have like the mix between milk chocolate and semi-sweet chocolate chips.
Yeah.
You can tell I make a lot of chocolate chips cookies at home.
That's good. You probably had to make a few for bake sales for mission trips and all that stuff, right?
Brown the butter. I'll make like 30 to 40 of them when I make them because my family eats them in 2 days.
Yeah, that's a big family. So I imagine so. I have to make a big batch of them.
I mean, we definitely eat too many when I do make them. But they're gone so fast. If I only make like a dozen, they're gone in 3 minutes.
I got you.
I have to make extra. They have to last me like 3 days.
Yeah. MK Green, she's awesome. So much fun. Her last interview segment is coming up, and I'll tell you where you can find her live later this month. Maybe you're going to be doing some road tripping. Well, I'll tell you where you can find her. First, Ben Fuller, If I Got Jesus. So I can see, as we're talking about the music too, I can see many years from now, like as you've gone through your career, as you write these different songs, these different albums at different times in your life, I can see at the end, it's like story of my life, an anthology kind of thing. How awesome is that to think that you can look back at somebody and experience them through their music and how they journeyed through the life? I mean, think about that. Isn't that such a cool idea?
It really is. It's always been like a dream of kind of like weird idea, but these songs are right now the diary of a teenage poet because these songs are basically my life, my diary, and in a very poetic way because sometimes I need to be a little more plain with my words. Sometimes my writers in the room be like, okay, maybe how do we say that in a more like normal way where people actually understand it?
Right.
I'm like, no, the poetic, the whimsy, the clouds and the green forests, and I want all of these pictures. But I mean, people do have to understand what I'm saying. So that is a big part of songwriting. You do want people to understand what you're trying to get across. But it is definitely something that I really am looking forward to in the next 20 years to be able to see where I started and then to see where I am at in that point in my life and to just like go back on that journey with myself. That sounds kind of weird. But I get to relive those moments and those songs and those experiences. And it's really exciting. It's very special that I get to do it now. And hopefully I'll get to do it later too.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited.
Yeah. I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for carving out some time for today. Is there a question maybe that I haven't asked you that you really want to answer? It's like you want people to know this about MK Green. What is that thing?
I think if there's anything you should ever know about me, it is that I just want to serve the Lord. I have a couple little things that I always tell myself. I have this necklace that has the initials for the phrase "for His glory," and I keep it on me at all times. I'm constantly reminding myself, why am I doing this? It's for His glory. Lord, when they see me, let them see you. And so if anybody were to ever know anything about me, I want them to know that I love Jesus with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and that everything I do, I just want to serve Him. And that this music is my worship, my praise. And I pray that these songs can also be their worship, their connection to the Lord, and their praise to God. So I think that if I could tell anybody anything about myself, I think that would be the first thing.
Thank you, MK Green, for making some time, for carving out time.
No, thank you
I know
so
you're
much,
really
Steven.
busy. You got this thing coming up. You're going to be on stage. The family's going to be helping you. That's just beautiful. How
Yes.
you're giving all the brothers a
Yes.
job. They are earning their keep.
They are. I am paying them.
Right. Now, what are you paying them in? Are we talking Tootsie Pops? Are we talking Starburst? Or
Probably IOUs, honestly. Like, hey, I owe you $15.
There you
So
go.
whenever I'm with you and you're like, hey, can I have a coffee drink? And I'm like, sure, how much is it? I owe you $15 here. I'll pay for your drink. It'll probably be in that.
That works out. Yeah.
Yeah, they do have to have me with them. So
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, I guess that'll wrap things up for us. I really enjoy your music. Keep up the good work, and I'll be watching.
Thank you so much.
And seeing just how far you go. I'm sure you're going to go far. You've got a big family, a lot of support.
Yes.
Yeah. So nowhere to go but up. So keep doing what God has called you to do, and go for it.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this interview. This was like my first interview,
Really?
and you did so well.
Oh, thank you.
The way you were talking, your questions were so well thought out. And I just had a lot of fun today. So thank you.
Well, I'm glad you did. That's what I always shoot for. I don't want to make it some kind of nervous thing. I want it to feel like you're sitting down with a friend and you're just talking.
Yes.
You're just chatting. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it was wonderful today. Thank you so much, Steven.
Thank you. All right. Have a great one. Do great out
You
there.
too.
And we'll stay in touch.
Yes, definitely.
That's like the biggest compliment you can get as an interviewer is that kind of, hey, I enjoyed this. It was fun. Wow. MK Green, I'm telling you, she is going places, and I'm so glad we got to sit down with her and learn a little bit more about her. Now, I wanted to tell you where you can find her because she is going to be hitting the stage today at noon. It's going to be at Life Fest 2026. You're like, Steven, where's that? Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So it's a bit of a drive, but if you happen to just want to get on the jet and head that way, you might be able to catch her. She hits the stage at noon. If not, then tomorrow might be your day because she's going to be hitting another stage. So it's going to be good. This one is going to be the Stand for Truth Dignity Revolution Cafe. Okay, so right now she's scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday at 2 p.m. and she's going to be part of the Writers Round with New Song, Natalie Lane, Madison Watkins, and MK Green. How cool is that? Yeah, she's getting out there. It's just amazing to watch how this is unfolding. And she'll also be at another festival coming up later this month, July 16th through the 18th. She's going to be part of the Alive Music Festival in Mineral City, Ohio. So if you're headed to Ohio coming up between the 16th and the 18th of this month, well, guess what? You're in luck. You could see MK Green live right there. And we'll be watching to see just where she's going. Maybe we can get her around these parts. Maybe right here in Gunnersville, Albertville. Wouldn't that be awesome to actually have her come live so we could all just come and enjoy her? Yeah. Might have to work on that. I'm just saying. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Now, you can catch that interview in its fullness on Facebook and YouTube in video form at 10 o'clock today. So just go to either one of our channels on YouTube or Facebook, and you will find it right there. And if you would like it, share it with as many people as possible. Let's get the word out about what this girl is up to, okay? 16 years old in the Christian music scene and doing a great job. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Richard Udi. He said he would love to hear Place in This World. So here you go, sir, for King and Country with Michael W. Smith and that song. Let's talk about your word of life. Today, it comes to you from Romans chapter 14, verse 19 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. So then let us aim for harmony in the church and try to build each other up. Something special about harmony. I don't know if you remember or not. I went to school for music, right? So you learn a little bit about melody and harmony and the differences and how the melody can be carried, right? That's like the lead line. That's that line like through the verses that you hear people sing. You hear the melody of the song. Well, the harmony comes in and makes it even sweeter. It's accompanying voices at different intervals that make it sound more full. If you've heard good harmony, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we're called to that. Let us aim for harmony in the church and try to build each other up. So how can we do that today? I'm sure you can think of ways. Maybe you know somebody who's been going through a hard time lately. Maybe just a text message, an encouraging text message or a phone call, or just stopping by, saying hi. That really helps. It does. We've been talking about this basically all week long. Different progressions, different steps in how we can love where we are. And I told you at the beginning of the week, it's not about necessarily loving your surroundings. That's not the message I was trying to get across. It's loving. That's sharing love with the people where you are and wherever you find yourself, with whoever is around you. It's an amazing challenge. It is, but we're equipped to do it. So why don't you do this one today? Find a way to follow this one. And hey, while you're at it, share this word of life. We've got it for you across our socials and at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. As we wrap things up this morning, I want to touch back on this word of life. And I want to kind of give you a little rundown of what we've done this week, because I think we've arrived somewhere. I really do. Today's word of life, Romans 14:19. So then let us aim for harmony in the church and try to build each other up. I hope that you've seen that we've had a theme this week, and each day has said something a little different, right? So the theme for the week is loving where you are. Monday was about seeing the person in front of you, right? Because you need to be aware of those people around you. Then you can care for and you can serve them. You can share your love with them. Tuesday was all about not letting someone carry it alone, because we are called to help one another. Wednesday was about using your words to build. Yeah, it's huge, isn't it? That's what we're doing a little bit today as well. Thursday was about forgiving like you've been forgiven, because we have been forgiven of a whole lot. So we need to extend that kind of mercy, that kind of grace to other people, don't we? And then finally today, we're talking about something we all need. And it's really building peace on purpose, using our words wisely. And so to wrap things up, I came across a little clip that I thought did a great job of kind of embodying a lot of what we've talked about this week. So I'm going to let Brianne Burke close it out this week with this clip. It's so good. Listen with your heart. Here you go.
I think we're all actually forgetting how to live our lives, so here are 5 ways to do just that. When someone shares good news with you, be a joy multiplier. Don't think about how it relates to you. Don't come up with a story. Literally just be in celebration with them. Those that celebrate others oftentimes have the richest, most fulfilling, joyful lives. It's my favorite. If you think something kind about someone, say it immediately. Immediately. Doesn't matter if it's a cashier, it's a friend, it's a family member, it's a coworker, whatever, say it immediately. Unspoken praise literally helps nobody, and you have no idea what other people are going through and how far that compliment will actually go. Stop treating the mundane things in life as though they're such an inconvenience. Walking the dog, having to wait in line to get your coffee, having to get your steps in, taking the phone call from your parents. This is literally a part of your life. Not everything is made up of massive milestones and vacation. Literally the most obvious one, and that is put your phone down. Put your phone down. Life's most special moments don't have to be recorded. It feels so good to be where your feet are and be participating in an experience, literally with your eyes, not through a screen. Treating this like the good old days, because at one point in your life, these are going to be the good old days, although it feels so good to be on the journey, your purpose and your dreams and your goals and all of those. But really, at the end of the day, none of the tangible things are coming with you, and it is who you truly choose to embody every single day that makes up the journey, and that ultimately creates your life.
There it is. Said so well. I love it. All right, now she did mention something in there about vacation. I've got to remind you of this. I will not be here next week because I'm going on vacation. We're actually leaving out tomorrow, and we're headed to the Gulf of America, headed down to Gulf Shores for a week. So we are really looking forward to that. That being said, I won't be here next week, so you're going to hear some different voices. That's right. You are going to be hearing Kevin and Amy talking on the morning show next week. So I hope you enjoy them as they kind of fill in, and I'll be back the week after. So with that means no new podcasts as well, but don't worry, there are plenty of them to catch up on. So if you'd like to and share one with a friend, please do. Go to any of those 5 platforms: Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube podcast. Type in Lifeline Morning Show Podcast and check it out. Okay, share it with a friend, subscribe. And hey, maybe you have done the focused version, but you haven't done the family edition. That's the expanded version of the show. In the description of every focused podcast, you're going to find a link to the family edition. Yeah, usually there are 2 links, one to the playlist and one to the episode itself. So go and check those out too, because there's a lot of extra stuff waiting on you right there. Okay? All right, well then I shall bid you adieu. I hope you have the best weekend ever, and I will see you Monday week. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. Remember the M. Craig Green episode where we were talking in its fullness over on YouTube and over on Facebook. Go and check it out, okay? All right, I'll see ya.